Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys how I went about using nightshades to tint my rear lights. Turned out pretty dope, I think. Nice and dark over all those bright red areas of my Ford Fiesta's taillights, but still the light cuts through. So here we go. To get started, I had some pretty nasty condition on my taillights. You can see here just a ton of scratches, and that's pretty much just from winter wiping my car off. Salt and sand mixed with snow, and then I rub it off. So anyways, I get the polisher out, get the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound, and I go to town. I did this on both sides, and I did this while it was in the car just because it's so much easier to handle. I can't imagine trying to polish these things while they're removed, but yeah, so I give it down twice, a couple little buffs on both sides. Just fast forward through that. Here's pretty much the finished product. Looking brand new again. Much better anyways. I just didn't want to start with crap underneath. That's step one. Just start with a good surface, and you'll be on your way from there. If you start with scratches underneath, you're never going to be happy with how clear it is. I think it's important to start super clean. I get both sides out. There's 2 screws in the wiring harness. And from there, you're ready to paint. Here's my nightshades. It says to shake for a long time, so I did that. And then pretty much just went to town. First coat, I actually did really solid. A lot of people say, oh, I go 50% coverage to get a tack layer down or to help it stick, whatever. It's paint. It's meant to go on a tail light. It's meant to stick. Just get it on there. The more fooling around and putting extra layers, and it's just going to cause a mess. It's going to be uneven. So I covered it, and then I went as thick as I could without it running. My goal here is to do as few coats as possible, and here we go. That's it. First one's done. On to the second one. After polishing, I did rub down with isopropyl alcohol. I find is a great way to clean up before dipping or spraying anything. It gets all the fingerprints and oils and any excess residue off. And here you see the second taillight going down. Basically looking for coverage. You want to pay attention to where you're spraying so you don't double over too often and get real dark areas. But once you have a fully wet layer, that's it. Hold it there. This is layer 1. I probably could have stayed here. It looks pretty good, but I do want to get enough down that it ends up even and dark enough. So after 1, you can see a tint starting. Repeat the process again after it's dry, and here you see the results of 2 layers. Nice and dark, nice and dark. You can see a little bit of the red reflecting through, but it's pretty dark. I was pretty happy with that. I let it dry for probably an hour or 2. I don't know. I took a day to do this. I didn't want to rush it. I didn't want to mess it up. I've dipped before using Plasti Dip, using Protect Dip, and I've kind of learned my lessons with that. So just let it set properly. It's important to have a clean area. You don't want dust getting onto this. It's pretty much you do it once and there's no mistakes, no going back to fix mistakes, I should say. This is a permanent spray on application, so you want to get it right. Anyways, here we go with some of the peeling of the masking tape, reconnecting the lights themselves, reinstalling the lights, and testing. Things went pretty smooth, I think. It was a good amount of time, like I said, probably a few hours project, just because I wanted to take my time and do it right. But as you can see, turned out pretty solid. They are dark, but when you hit the lights, even just my running lights look pretty nice. You can see them good enough, I would say. And then when you step on the brakes, there's no mistaking that the brake lights are on. So don't be afraid that it's gonna black out your lights. You're not gonna be able to see them, or someone's gonna rear end you because you've got your taillights dipped. They're meant, or sorry, night shaded. They're meant to transmit light through. It just tints it, and I love what it did. It got rid of those big, huge red bug eyes on the back of my car. Blinkers solid, everything still looks good. So I'll leave you with a few more examples of how it turned out, and any questions, let me know in the comments, inbox me. I'm on Instagram at Fiesta Maneo. Follow me there, tons of Fiesta pictures, videos. My journey with my Fiesta is documented there, so have a look. But yeah, if you are considering tinting your tail lights, especially with the VHT Nite-Shades, I would highly recommend doing it. It's really not that intense of a job. Just take your time with it. Make sure you're working in a clean area. And yeah, this is like butter. I was thoroughly impressed with the end result. You can see how shiny it is. It's not textured like a Protect dip or a Plasti dip. It's not rubberized. It's not going to come off when you bring your car into Ford and they're not careful if they bump into it, you know. Little poke there. But anyways, yeah, it's a permanent spray that's going to look great. I do plan on doing a clear coat, maybe eventually. We'll see. People are really heavily recommending that to me, but I'm super happy with how it is so far. I don't think it's gonna need it. To be honest, I'm okay with polishing it if it gets a couple of scratches in it. But wow, look at that. Mirror finish with 2 coats, 2 heavy coats is what I would just recommend doing and stopping at. You can go more if you want, but like I said before, the more coats that you do, the more chance of things not coming out perfect. But anyways, yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Any questions, please get at me, and I will do what I can to help you guys. But I really love what this has done for my car. You cannot beat this result for $20. And in the end, if you really have to get it off, you can. It's just not gonna peel like a rubberized spray. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Check back for more stuff in the near future. Like and subscribe. Thank you.